or will it
Team
be the
number
Falcon
3.
from Myanmar? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome you
Team
to the
Falcon
land of
Philippines
Dawn
versus
as the
Falcon
baton
Esports
boom
from
will
Myanmar.
boom you open. And let's jump into the land of Dawn.
Leaping into action right here. And already you see Royal Milk doing Royal Milk things, trying to find info, trying to be oppressive. He found success in this exact matchup in game number 1, but it wasn't able to be translated to anything meaningful in the mid game. Now with both jungles going for a hardcore farming route, now with kyletzy on the troll, right, it can be an absolute threat to kyletzy in those neutral objective situations. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's see.
So much potential, definitely in the early game. But looking at some of the emblems right here, both gold laners for sure wants to come out on top. But ooh, look at this.
Well, it seems like the pressure here has been shown not just by kyletzy, also Team Falcons, their good response. But now with the, very aggressive 3 flickers from both teams, Royal Milk though will opt for that revitalize. So will it be impactful during big team fights here? Royal Milk, good pressure on towards flaptzy here. And good awareness, no first blood here in the first minute.
It's a slower game, but Owgwen, by the way, had the bargain hunter. So on this roaming aggressive hero, he wants items. He wants to try and hit some power spikes to have more impact in the team fights. That's a bold move, man, reducing your own tankiness technically by opting for that emblem choice. Look at this Dax. Whew. Aggressive.
Very aggressive, and Dax needs to pick his positioning very, very wisely here. Because on an Nolan, you want some flank angles to be more effective, right? Dealing damage. Dax, though, takes no time here in taking the turtle. owgwen and flaptzy spots him out.
Ooh.
That's Dax, just comfortable retribution take. That's going to be the first blood heading over for the Falcon Esports side. Royal Milk claiming owgwen's life.
Well, in theory, they have the quote-unquote weaker mid lane. The Sasiran can clear, for sure, but, I mean, PX7 should be able to have more to say in these early game fights. But looking at it, man, the mid pressure is for Falcon Esports. The golden pressure is for Falcon Esports as well. Technically, I think you can say the same thing for the top side, but look at this. kyletzy!
1 HP there. Almost there. Gets taken down, but good spacing, good timing as well from the roamer. Now, it seems like they're committing bodies in the mid lane. Oh, things are not looking good for Falcon Esports. 4 members are on the mid lane side, and Falcon Esports, they have to pay the price.
Out of nowhere, man. 2 members caught in a combo. No backup whatsoever available to them right there. Just like that, immediately Team Falcons look for a chance now to go into the bushes, to set up for a vision, for traps as well. Falcon Esports, usually at about this time is where the diversions start coming through. What do they have planned for that? Do they want to push one of these lanes ahead, the gold lane or the EXP lane? Do they want to try and catch kyletzy, especially after the 2 kills he just secured in that skirmish? You know, a snowballing Suyo is never fun to deal with.
So that is where they really need to take care of here. We saw diversions come to success today, and we also saw a diversion earlier that actually cost them the team. So hopefully for the side of Falcon Esports side here, this diversion will come to a success. But now kyletzy is just giving out info, right? Giving out the positioning of kyletzy. So that's already a small dub, and the turtle is up now.
You immediately see Royal Milk going into the jungle of Team Falcons, trying to find something. flaptzy might catch him though.
That's immobilization. Royal Milk now. Oh my god.
Oh.
4 members. Definitely too much for Rahilda to handle. Didn't even have time to pop the revitalize, and now they're looking for a trade. Super Marco, good sniff here, letting the turret go. Dax here will, they will trade the gold shield turret for the neutral objective top lane, top side.
Are they trying to go for more, get the whole turret? They do get it. A great adjustment technically for Falcon. right? Going for
Yeah.
a chance to just rotate around there, but Super Marco, way too careful with it. Just sees it coming from a mile away, even before they made the play.
Yeah. Seems like top lane will be the main focus here. Royal Milk pops the Revitalize early just to be safe, and that will be him able to clear the wave. Now though, kyletzy with the Way of Dragon finding the follow-up, but owgwen calm Flicker to get out of that sticky situation. flaptzy for this Flicker as well, but from the flanks it is actually kyletzy trying to be a threat on towards beni. Sicilian secures it, and now that's actually kyletzy mounted. No follow-up though. It's gonna be Team Falcons here looking for some more blood. It's a 1-for-1, but they got beni.
Falcon Esports trading the gold lane for the roamer, and now losing one more potentially. Fortunately not, but man, that was a very aggressive move there by beni. He saw the glue, he saw all that HP, and he wanted to proc that passive as much as possible. But at this point, it was just a bit too dangerous. It's a great play by pheww as well to recognize the targeting, and he flickered forward actually to secure the kill onto beni. And looking at the items, that's already the glowing ones completed for pheww on the Sicilian. So careful with the healing and shielding, because the core tankiness of Falcon Esports relies on that. Royal Milk relies on the passive, the shielding and regen. Same thing for kyletzy on the Cho.
Oh, owgwen there. Moves on towards the PX7, almost actually finding the angle. Diversion wasn't committed. So now in the top lane, what is the situation? Both teams here just hovering around, waiting for the right moment. Oh, Way of Dragon committed, and that is owgwen, the first one to fall. Now it's a 5v4. Can Team Falcons take over the bottom side though? Main focus, Falcon Esports, they're letting go of that lane. It is going to be the turtle going over for Falcon Esports, and that is going to be the trade, right? Falcon Esports getting the turtle. Oh, that's jumping in. Looking for some bodies there, and Team Falcons, they're able to reset and readjust.
Team Falcons, man, they might want to consider spacing up a bit more. There's so many ways for Falcon Esports to get a combo if they're not careful about it, especially with Dax on a Nolan. Like, whoa, hang on a second, whoa!
kyletzy caught red-handed, and that will be Falcon Esports finding a kill. Way of Dragon on towards one, and that is going to be Flap. Pops being the split to safety.
Wow, Falcon Esports pushing the tempo right here. This is what we're expecting from Falcon Esports. This is what they can do if they have the pressure, the wave clear. And right now, trying to find some more. Dax already trying to find more in the jungle, gets the orange buff as well. But again, Dax, like the Joy, can actually do AoE damage to multiple members. So Team Falcons, especially in the midst of a big fight, there's a tendency to kind of group together for safety, but at the same time, that might not be the best of ideas against the Lo Yi and the Nolan.
Yeah, they really got to be careful here. It is already in the mid-game, so the Lo Yi can definitely be a threat here with items in play. Careful though, it's a comfortable lead, I have to say, for Falcon Esports, but it's not the end of the world for Team Falcons here. They still have more than one chances to perhaps not just equalize, but also turn things around. Dax jumping it on towards Flap here. Not enough damage just yet. Flap also holding on to his Flicker, so all 10 spells are up for now.
All right, so no diversion just yet. It is off cooldown, and there is a neutral objective available. I thought Falcon Esports for sure are going to try and do something, but maybe they're going to take the straightforward approach for a change, switch it up against Team Falcons.
The First Lord is up, and kyletzy here spots one. A couple of heroes in Team Falcons. Diversion, where will it go? Oh, good angle here. That's gonna be pheww, the juicy target. The Sicilian goes down first. owgwen comes down next. Now it is going to be the reinforcement. It's beni. He finds the angle. He is safe. He is free. Hitting the backside. kyletzy against Super Marco. Trying to buy time for Falcon Esports. And that is the glue just mounting. No follow-up whatsoever. PX7 trying to hold it on to survive. beni is there to find the killing tree. 4 members of Team Falcons, they're down and out.
Too much shielding from PX7. The composure there to just stick around, to dodge from all of the spells of flaptzy, and then eventually have the composure to land all those spells and get the decisive fight there. Not a single person taken down from Falcon Esports. And even earlier, Dax was so close to death, but in the midst of all that chaos, he goes over the wall. He got the passive basic attack right onto kyletzy and takes him out. That went perfectly for Falcon Esports, man. Team Falcons now having to deal with the possibility of a flank play like that. What are they gonna do?
I mean, it almost seems like Team Falcons, they snooze a bit, Arashi. And that is where Falcon Esports finds an angle with the diversion play. And they were able to capitalize. Now with the Lord, with Beni, practically already having his own power spike. I feel like with this Lord, they will do damage to the base turrets. They might.
For Team Falcons, they do have a Sicilian. So technically, they have a Sicilian for the waves. They have a Moskov as well. They can defend pretty well. So Falcon Esports, what's the idea here? Do they want to wait for the next Lord again before really doing anything crazy? They don't want to send kyletzy to really get a value pickoff. So many options right now. Even the one we saw earlier, they can use a diversion as a zoning tool. But that's only if they actually get ahead enough.
For now, it's... okay, conceal. Comes out of Team Falcons. Finds one. Royal Milk, though. Oh my goodness, they committed every resource that they have alt-wise, and they will be able to pick up one kill over for the side of Team Falcons.
Yeah, Royal Milk on the hill that can run, but there's nowhere to run right there when the wall shows up behind you. It's almost like better offensive grok when the Badang is in town. And now with the Queen's Wings, owgwen is going to be less susceptible to getting picked off. So Team Falcons, in theory, will be able to scout out a bit further, a bit more. But against Beni, who has just completed that malefic gun, this is a serious threat to deal with, man. A longer range carry, they can shred you down HP-wise.
And that is also why Team Falcons, they're taking it slow here. Even though they were a couple of minutes ago a man up. Now that's gonna be diversion. Oh, good spot. Beni will secure that kill. owgwen flickers out of danger, but kyletzy from another will find a way of dragon. The damage will not be enough. Never mind. Beni claims the double in the 12th minute of the game.
Came out of nowhere, man. The fact that the Logi damage alone,
wow,
and the fact that they sent Beni to basically flank there, that's a bold move, but it has paid off. Can they find more with it though? With 2 members down, with the waves so far out, it seems like Falcon Esports are able to pressure some more, but they can't really get their hands on that coveted base turret. But now, with 4 seconds to go, the Lord is up. Falcon Esports have more than enough damage to blitz it down.
Let's see here, with the carry in play, Team Falcons, will they find an angle to take over the river? Seems unlikely, but now Falcon Esports, they're not keeping their formation as tight as I would like them to. Now, it seems like they are taking their time. They know they're in control. And Team Falcons, they're looking for an angle here. Doesn't really find it.
Lord gets resetted. I believe the wave on the top side, it might be pushing towards Falcon Esports. If that's the case, they should really be a bit more urgent about this. Either start a fight or, you know, go for some kind of 50-50 if they are confident in kyletzy finding kyletzy. With Super Marco securing the Wind of Nature, it's going to save him from Dax, but it won't save him from Beni, though. Oh, we'll see. Is it a diversion to the top side?
No, he walked over there.
They walked up there. It seems like they want to use the diversion to come back to the neutral objective scene.
Dax showed diversion play to the Lord's area. Now it is looking like... Oh, flaptzy committed on towards the split. kyletzy will be deleted alongside flaptzy. It's a 4v4. What will Falcon Esports do now without flaptzy being an annoying EXP laner? It does seem like they will not force a fight, nor will they force a Lord take. So yeah, both teams here just taking their time slowly in this Lord dance.
But the longer this stalemate continues, the more chances that Falcon Esports have to download the data, download the movements of Team Falcons, and then set up for a massive diversion play. For now, the top side right there really isn't pushing towards any side, but you're seeing the diversion already almost used there, selected. And now Falcon are the ones who actually have the control over the Lord pit.
Both teams popping their respective Magic Sentry. just to be safe.
Whoa.
That's a stun. That's an Iron Fist diversion. The timing is so unfortunate for Falcon Esports, and that is where Team Falcons will capitalize. A man up. Dax will find one, and that is actually going to be Benny, who finds his spacing and claims the double kill.
Beni does not back down. Beni is the danger.
What?
It seems like they sent two members down with a diversion at the worst possible moment.
Wow.
We thought that Beni was done right there, but no, he turned it back around.
The recovery.
The late game carry, man. It's an insane amount of damage. Super Marco left alone with flaptzy, forced to accept that this Lord is going to Falcon Esports for free.
What the heck just happened? We thought, well, I personally thought Falcon Esports were at a disadvantage because of the timing that two members were practically sent to the bottom side of the map. But Benny, his spacing, his damage was too much. And Team Falcons, they were the ones who have to pay the price. And now Falcon Esports, they're back on the offense.
All things considered, though, the difference in gold is no longer game-changing, man. It's only really massive for the jungler so far, but in the gold lane, right? In the lane that really matters in this late stage of the game, man, Benny has sold his boots at this point, but Super Marco is full inventory if you include the boots. So they both do an insane amount of damage. It all depends on how the fights get engaged, get started.
Benny has the Wind Talker. His intention is clear. He wants to be the main base destroyer. Now let's see here, Falcon Esports. With the Lord, they're able to track two base turrets here of Team Falcon's base. What will they do next? Spells are not active, respectively, from both teams. So, yeah, they're taking their time here, waiting for their spells to perhaps make a move. Now the top base turret should be their main priority. Conceal popped. Owgwen finds the Iron Fist on towards Benny. Not enough follow-up though. And that will shred Owgwen down. Now Dax will be the trade. Flicker from Benny to safety. But take a look at pheww. His positioning, his damage is more than enough. BX7 will pay the price as well. 3 members from respective team will fall. But kyletzy will make the play and claim the double kill.
What is the damage, my guy? One more for the books, kyletzy.
Oh no, the immortality and the flicker, Kid X. Will he be able to survive? kyletzy deny the... What? It's a wipeout for Team Falcons.
It's an absolute wipeout by Team Falcons.
Whoa.
Man, Owgwen came out of nowhere and started everything for Team Falcons. Not to mention, we're getting to the late game. That means that Sicilian is going to be online as well. They're knocking on the base. It's just going to be an end angle.
Dax is up. BX7 will be up soon as well. Now, Falcon Esports. Oh my goodness, damage is there. kyletzy was able to just blink from that danger. Team Falcons and Falcon Esports. Both teams here wants to be the better Falcon in this series. It's a diversion. That's a smart diversion. Owgwen is unaware of this. The damage is there. He will survive though. So now will Team Falcons oblige in a fight? Now one member, Royal Milk, isolated and will be punished. Falcon Esports a little bit too hasty there from that diversion play.
As the Lord is in play, man.
Wow.
One member down. It's unfortunate Royal Milk was so far off from the rest of his team because that's where the real threat happens. Now with 30 seconds to go, Falcon Esports are they gonna do a risky play right here to try and overcome this man disadvantage?
Let's see here. Diversion to create plays or to die. Kid X providing info on the HP of that Lord. What will Falcon Esports do? Kid X again hovering around. kyletzy comfortably takes the retribution. And that is Falcon Esports' sign to just let's back off and let's defend.
Man, with 2 base turrets down, Team Falcons found the ideal scenario. Falcon Esports, despite having that late game changer, the diversion, now that the longer the game goes, the less they've been able to actually make use of it in a really beneficial fashion. Now against the Lord, they do have the carry to clear it fast, but the carry, Benny, will have to do that while being peppered with bad impacts from pheww. How will this play out, man? Team Falcons have more than enough tools right now after equalizing from all these fights to actually be a real threat in the base defense scenario. Holy Crystal as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of magic power for pheww. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes in, neither Falcon will surrender. What the heck? Off-camera kill? That's a solo from Dax.
Whoa!
Now, it is going to be Super Marco, though, finding revenge, but that will be enough time for Falcon Esports to calmly shred the Lord down. That's an evolved Lord, ladies and gentlemen, shredded in seconds. Though, Team Falcons, they might apply pressure. Jet Kundo Flicker, Way of Dragon spent. Now Falcon Esports looking for an end game. A Royal Milk with the immortality popped now will not survive surely. But flaptzy will fall first. That is Super Marco in trouble. Beni finding the right timing. That is diversion, and that is Falcon Esports finding the better trade. Ladies and gentlemen, 21 minutes in, PX7 claims the triple, and that is a wipeout. Falcon Esports might take it.
kyletzy is up though, but there's a long time before the rest of his team is going to be able to help him out. That play was started all the way from the beginning by Dax. And now with 4 members available, kyletzy is going to try and cut.
Making the defense play. No. Ladies and gentlemen, we only have one Falcon in town, and that is the Falcon from Myanmar.
Falcon Esports. They show the composure, they show the tactics, they show the hero pool. Against all of the questions in this exam, they have passed with flying colors.
I'm in disbelief. I'm
Wow.
in complete awe. I am fans.